How I Became a Ghost, Chapter 28, Panther and the Wolf. When I opened my eyes, the wolf that had killed me was crawling from the cavern. He lowered his head and stared at Naomi and then slowly turned his head to look at Joseph. He bared his teeth and growled a low growl. He lifted his head and sniffed the air. He smells the blood. Joseph whispered, "Don't move, Naomi." The wolf leapt at the stone overhang and spotted the leader leaning against a tree. "Someone will die today." Leader's voice hung low in the air. The wolf crouched, ready to pounce. "We cannot let this happen," Naomi said. She looked to Joseph, but Joseph was no longer at her side. He was now the panther. He lifted himself on his hind legs, swatted the air with his claws, and let fly a piercing scream. Leader came to his senses. He saw the wolf crouched in front of him. He covered his face with his hands as the wolf leapt from his throat. For his throat, the wolf never reached him. The panther took 2 quick steps, caught the wolf in midair, and flung him to the ground. The fight was over in a heartbeat. The panther sank his claws into the belly of the wolf. He locked his jaws around the wolf's head and lifted him off the ground, swinging him back and forth till the wolf was limp and lifeless. He dropped the dead wolf on the feet or at the feet of the leader. "Now," I said, "we have to go." "No," Naomi said. "He has to know who saved his life." Following Naomi, we circled the tree. Leader sank to the ground. I came to life before him, and Nita joined me. Leader shook in fear. "Who are you?" he said, trembling. We looked to the panther. Shiny black fur sank into his teeth. His clothes appeared, and Joseph soon stood among us. "You are the panther?" Leader said. "That is how you survived the night in the cave?" "Yes," Joseph said. "I am the panther and the boy who you tried to kill." "And you?" he whispered, looking at Naomi. I vowed that you would die today. Why did you save me?" "It was the right thing to do," said Naomi, "and it is the Choctaw way." Leader looked at us hard. With the threat on his own life gone, we saw his strength return. Leader kicked the wolf, and the carcass lifted from the ground. It fell at Naomi's feet, splattering blood in all directions. Hearing the scuffle, the soldiers dashed to the river. They aimed their shotguns at Naomi and Joseph. "One move, and we will shoot you both," Roundman shouted. "Put down your weapon," Leader said. "That is an order. We will return to our wagons now." He turned to Naomi. "You have earned your life today," said the leader. "You can return to your parents, but there will be another day." For a moment, that stretched into forever. We stood in the silence and watched Leader walk away. I felt a strong shiver and breathed a sigh of relief. Hundreds of Choctaw ghosts appeared encircling us. A stout old Choctaw man stepped forward. "I have heard you young Choctaws," he said, casting his low gaze on Joseph, Naomi, Nita, and myself. "I want you to know that I walk with you now." "Who are you?" Naomi said. "I think I've seen your face." "I am Chief Pushimata," said the man. "My grandfather spoke of you," said Joseph. "You are General Pushimata. You fought at the Battle of New Orleans." "Yes," Pushimata has said, smiling. "I was a general in the United States Army. I came today to honor 4 young Choctaw heroes. You are brave and you are honest. Young men, the young men you rescued an innocent Choctaw. She will never forget how you risked your life to save her. Young lady, you saved a man's life today. You did the right thing." We hung our heads, proud and embarrassed both. "I hope you'll never forget this day," Pushmata continued. "Always remember, we Choctaws are a strong people, a good people. We fight to protect 2 nations, the United States of America and the Choctaw Nation." "Yakoki," we said. "Yakoki to you," Chief Pushimata said, lifting his arms. The gathered throng of the Choctaws, 1,000 strong, lifted their arms and whispered Yakoke, sending their thank yous to the heavens. The trees rustled in the wake of a soft breeze.